Hi everyone, this is Lori here with Lori Hooks. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So this is my crochet and knitting catch-up. I actually have a finished object this time. Congratulations to me. Little pat on the back. And of course I started something new, and I have an acquisition, and what else? And I worked on some older projects, which I'll show you one of those today as well. So let's look at my finished object first. So I was working on my last video. I showed I had started this perfect topper, and this is from the Annie's I Love to Crochet Club. This is the first kit that I received. And I talked about in my last video that I thought there should be plenty of yarn to make it longer, because I was just going to make the medium size, and the pattern goes up to extra large, so there would be enough yarn in here to make an extra large. So I did make it longer. I'll just show you on the back the construction here. It's worked from the bottom up. You chain across the bottom, and then you split for the sleeves. And it's sleeveless, so you don't actually make sleeves. And I'm sorry, one of my dogs is lying right beside the camera stand, whatever you want to call it, and I think she's moving it around. Anyways, so I made this section between where you split for the sleeves. I doubled the number of rows in there, because they say the measurements for the length should be about 15 and a half inches for a medium. For me, comfortable would be about 21 inches long. That's generally how long my cardigans and sweaters and things are. So I made it longer. And of course, I did not do a gauge swatch. So my sweater did not come out to be a medium. It came out to be a small or an extra small. So I guess my crocheting is tight, which it does look a little tight. This is it finished. I did sew in my ends. The only thing I have here is I do like to mark, which it's not showing here. Here it is. I like to put a little piece of yarn inside to show where the back is, so it gets inside out when you wash it. But here it is done. So I did do the extra length on the body, and it hangs down to about my waistline, so that's about right. But it is a little too tight in the shoulders and the sleeves for me, so I will be donating it to probably Salvation Army or something like that, unless I think of a friend who's a small who it's going to fit, but I can't think of anyone right now. My daughter wouldn't wear something like this. She's very small and slim, but she won't wear something like this. There's no point in saving it for her. So that is my perfect topper. I did enjoy working on it. It's a nice mindless project. You know, it's just fan stitch over and over again. So it was a good mindless project. I did enjoy working on it, and I did enjoy the yarn. This is the yarn. It's Annie's Click Club. It doesn't say what brand it is, so I don't know whose it would be. This is a 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, and a 3 light. And I do like the color of this as well. So I did enjoy working on the project. It's not really my style of thing anyway, so I thought that it would probably get donated anyways. But yeah, I did use the recommended hook, which was a 5mm. So that is my vest complete. Perfect topper vest. Okay, so, and as you can see, I have lots of yarn left. I just started this skein. I used maybe 1/8 of it, very little. So there was still plenty of yarn left. I could have made, like I could have gone up a size and been fine. So anyways, if my gauge had been correct, it would have fit me, but it's not. And I didn't do a swatch, so that's my own fault. So next things that I've been working on. This one I showed last week, so I will show it again. I had just started this, I believe, last time I did a video. And I had started a pair of socks. So I am up to the heel flap now. So I finished the leg and I'm up to the heel flap. And where's the pattern for this thing? My table and my spot where I sit here is just filled with stuff I need to clean up. Here it is. So this is a free pattern called from Dreams and Fiber called Hermiones Everyday Socks. So I will tag this in the description box below. So it is a patterned sock. So it's not mindless because you have to count. And I'm sorry, she's laying on the tripod again. So you do have to count. You can't just, you're just not knitting in the round, knitting. You have to actually count and kind of keep track of where you are. So it's not a completely mindless project, but it's not too bad. I am enjoying working on them, although I do find the smaller knitting needles are kind of hurting my hands a little bit, so I don't work on it for too long at a time. But I am enjoying them. As a new knitter, you know, how the pattern comes out is interesting to me because I don't know how things are going to work out necessarily. And pictures don't always, you know, show the best what things are going to look like. Same with videos. So it's fun to work on it and see how the coloring is going to turn out and stuff like that. So the yarn that I'm using for this is Online Super Sock. This is a 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide combination. And I like how they're coming out. The black parts are a little bit hard for me to see. I could have probably made better color choices that way to make it a little easier for myself, but I like the way the colors look. So anyways, it's coming along and I am enjoying it. So that is my first whip I've been working on. My second whip I've been working on, and I just started this. I have only got the very bottom of the base done because I only worked on it for a little bit, not last night, the night before on Sunday night. Last night we were out, so I didn't do much of anything last night. But I started making another cake gnome. This is for a friend of mine's, her granddaughter. It's her first birthday in August. So I have about 2 weeks to finish this. So the color she asked for was, she asked me to make a purple one. I had made a pink one for her 50th. It was a few weeks ago. And I showed it in an earlier video, and she asked me to make the same thing for her granddaughter. So the part I've started is the very bottom of the base, and I made it in this light yellow, which is color number 522. I think it's called Periwinkle, but I'm not sure. They don't put the colors on the wrappers. I try to write them down, but I forgot. Big surprise. The other colors that I've been using, that I'm going to use, so the cake has this, it's like the 2 shades of purple on the cake part. One's more pinky than purple, but I picked out these 2 purples. One is, this light one is color number 266. It might be lilac, I'm not sure. This one I have no idea what the color name was. It's color number 282. I think those are gonna look nice for the cake. It's a little blown out. It's probably more around there. This still looks a little pinkier than it is, more of a darker purple than that. And for, I don't have it out. I was kind of cut between, let me show this up close. You'll see it has yellow on the arms, skin color for the nose, skin color for the hands, yellow on the bottom, and this is like an off-white. So the first one that I made, I did all of the bottom sections and the arms with a light brown. And I was back and forth on what color to use. I have the light brown here in my bag, but I think I've decided to do it in the off-white. So I'll be using bridal white, which is, it's not a white, it's an off-white. And then the shell, which is the skin color for the hands themselves and the nose. and I showed you the rest of the cake. And then I'll figure out afterwards what color to use for the beard. I do have multiple colors for the beards, but I'll have to see how it looks with my yarn. If I don't like the way that I might try a purple or something, but if I don't like the way that it looks with the yarn, then I'll just go back to the white. So that is my cake gnome started. What else have I been working on? So I did on Saturday night, my husband and I were watching a movie, and it wasn't too hot in here. So I decided to get out the rainbow blanket, and here it is. I just dropped my ball that was attached. So I have the body of the blanket done. I'll do a quick show of this. I need to take a picture of it, but I haven't yet, so I will show you what I can of the body. This is very long. It stands, when I put it on the floor, I think it goes up to about my chin. And I started weaving in the ends. And with all these color changes, there's a lot of ends to weave in. So I've spent now, I think, about 3 hours weaving in ends, and I'm still not done. And I get frustrated, and it's too warm to sit with it on my lap, so then I toss it back in the corner to wait until the next time when it's a good day to work on it. So once again, it'll get put on pause until there's a good day to work on it, and I'm in the mood to weave in ends. So I have been working on it. It's not completely forgotten. It's just not the right weather to work on it, and it's frustrating me. So that is that. I have worked on, I have a cotton blanket that I've been working on. It's very boring, solid granny square. I did a couple rounds on it. I'm not going to bother showing it. I just did a couple rounds on it while I was sitting outside one morning having my coffee. And the next thing I will show you is an acquisition. So Mary Maxim, we have Mary Maxim here in Canada. They are local to me, but not local enough. They're probably about an hour to an hour and 20-minute drive from me. So I've never been there. Got on their website quite a few times, looked at things, put things in my basket, haven't checked out. So I've never placed an order there before. I've had this order now for a little over a week. I didn't do video last week, and I'll explain why at the end of this. So anyway, so I was going to place an order. It was almost 2 weeks ago. I had some items in my cart. They had their summer sale, like end of summer sale on. So they had a few things discounted that I was interested in. Plus I had some full price items plus some clearance items in my cart. And I went to check out, and the shipping was like $22. And I was like, that is too much. I can't pay $22 for shipping and pay regular price for the largest item that I had in my cart. So I closed the cart, left the page. My experience in the past with leaving items in my cart at Mary Maxim is that they usually send you a coupon the next day. So I thought, okay, I'll wait a day, I'll see what they do. So I believe that was on Wednesday. On Thursday, I hadn't received a coupon. So I decided, I guess I'm not going to place an order. The Friday, and the summer sale was for, the end of summer sale was for, or whatever they call it. I guess not end of summer. I don't remember what the sale was called. Anyways, the sale was for Wednesday and Thursday, and I didn't get a coupon on Thursday, and I wasn't going to pay $22 for shipping and not have a coupon. So then on the Friday, checked my email in the morning. They had $5.99 shipping, sorry, $4.99 shipping for the weekend, Friday and for the weekend. So I went back to my cart, and then, you know, some browsers, they're able to search coupon codes and find coupons. And it also added a coupon for 10% off. So one of the items that I wanted was also out of stock. That was on the summer sale items. So that item wasn't in my cart anymore. And one of the other items that I had in there that was on the summer sale was no longer had its summer sale discount, which I think was 30%. So I decided, well, 10% off my whole order, including clearance items, plus the $5 shipping. Okay, I will purchase the items, I will check them out. So let me show you what I got. So first of all, I got a couple skeins of this Mary Maxim bamboo stripes sock yarn. These are the two colors that I got. And this is, I will try to hold one and read the other. 437 yards, 50% superwash wool, 25% nylon, 25% bamboo, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. Made in Turkey, and this is machine wash, delicate setting in warm water, tumble dry, low heat. In delicate settings, do not iron or press. It is a 1 super fine because it is sock yarn. Recommended knitting needle is 2.75 millimeters. And the colors that I have, this one is Coral Reef and this one is Morning Sky. So these are much softer sock yarns than, for example, the ones that I'm working on right now. This is a much scratchier one. Because of the bamboo in here, and it is superwash wool, so I assume that the two of them make it softer. So I am looking forward to working with this yarn. It's slightly thinner than that other yarn is, but I think it's going to be okay. I did purchase some Michael's sock yarn, Michael's brand, the Loops and Threads one. That was on clearance a few weeks ago, and I did try to start a pair of socks with it, but it is really thin stuff, so I need some more sock making experience before I try yarn that thin. So but I am excited to work with these. So those were originally on the summer sale. I don't remember what the sale price was. I think I paid $8 something for them. Not a great price. It's okay though. So the next item that I purchased, and I'm just going to try not to crinkle because they're in bags, is I bought these Red Heart It's a Wrap cakes. So these are 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, 7 ounces, 200 grams, 1,100 yards, 1,005 meters. It is a super fine one, and it recommends a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook or a 2.75 millimeter knitting needle. So I do have a crochet project in mind for these. I'm not going to talk about it in case I don't get around to it, but I did have something in mind for these that I purchased these for. These were on clearance. They were 50% off, so they were $7 and something. And then I got 10% off that, so I ended up paying $6 something for them. So I bought 2 of this color, which is, color name, Action. And I also bought 2 of these. These have the same specs. The color on these ones is Thriller Suspended, or Thriller Suspense. Yeah, I'm trying to read. I guess that's supposed to be French, but it says suspenso. Interesting. Anyway, so I bought these 2 colors for the project I had in mind because I couldn't pick which one I wanted. So I bought both. They were on clearance. I figured I'll find something else to do with the other one. And the other thing that I bought was a kit. So I was watching Robin with Roaming with Rover, and she had purchased a kit using this yarn, and I saw it and I wanted it. Just one of those things. I went on Mary Maxim's site. They weren't having a sale. I thought, okay, I'll wait for a sale. So then They had this summer sale come up. Once again, this was not on sale. And this not being on sale was what was the big item for putting me on hold with not placing an order right then. But then when I had the $5 shipping and the 10% off, I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and buy this. So Robin bought a different kit than I did, but it's the same yarn. So I saw this kit. This is what attracted me out of the kits they had. And I forgot what this is called. Carefree Cardi. So this is a knit cardigan. I'm a new knitter. The cardigan might be too difficult, but there's enough yarn in here to make a cardigan. And so that's part of the reason why I bought the kit. You pay for the kit, you pay the same amount as you would pay for the yarn. We're very close to it because they don't tell you how many skeins you're going to get. You just, when you order the kit, you order by size and they don't tell you what you're going to get. So there are 9 skeins in this kit. And I will take one out and I will tell you the specs on this. So this is Mary Maxim Rags yarn. It is a 4-weight. It is machine washable and dryable. They recommend a 5mm knitting needle. It doesn't say crochet hook. The color name on this is black. And each one of these skeins is 216 yards, 198 meters, and these are 100% acrylic. That's what they look like. So this yarn is not, it's soft. It's funny, when you hold it like this and you feel it, you can feel the individual yarn strands. It feels almost a little bit rope-ish, but when you're holding it like this, you don't, and they feel very soft. And you don't feel the black and white color changes in here. It's a different kind of yarn. I don't think I've felt yarn like this before, and I don't know how to describe it well. So it's not super soft, but it's not rough feeling. It's just kind of solid, although it feels squishy in the skein. I know, and I'm contradicting myself. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really interesting. I am looking forward to working with it. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I am looking forward to working with it because I buy yarn faster than I can possibly work it up. So who knows when I'm going to get around to it, but I am looking forward to working with it. So I would think sooner than later, just because I'm looking forward to it. And I think once I get started on the cardigan, it's going to be a mindless project that I think I'm going to look forward to getting started with it. So that is that. The pattern is supposed to be an intermediate pattern, and as I said, it might be too difficult for me that I still want to make a cardigan with this. We'll just see whether or not I used the pattern that came with it or if I used a different one. And that is my Mary Maxim acquisition. I did also order some more skeins of the Sheepies Katona from, they are called Thai Mambo or something like that, and they're in, I think they're in Saskatchewan. I bought, I don't know, 6 or 8 skeins of Katona yarn for her from them because I needed the purple for this cake gnome that I'm making. The other one's disappeared now. So I needed purple, and I needed to refill my supply of the light brown, and I didn't have any more white left, stuff like that. So I did place a little order with them just for the Sheepies Katona. Not very exciting. And that's that. So I didn't do a video last week. I actually did record the Mary Maxim acquisition as a video, or tried to. Last week was a tough week for me. My daughter, who is 20, is away for the summer. She was away for the summer last year as well. She's working at a camp up north. Last year, because of COVID, they were running the camp as family camp, And so all the staff had Wednesdays off. So on Wednesdays, about every other week, I would drive up and I would spend the day with her. And yeah, so, I went the longest in seeing her was about 2 weeks. This year, I dropped her off on June 21st. And last week, I was going to go see her on Thursday. And she's in lockdown. She's not allowed to leave the camp. They don't want the risk of COVID getting into the camp, and so they don't want staff leaving. And I was really disappointed. I was very upset. I spent a lot of time with my daughter. We watch TV together every night. She goes with me when I go yarn shopping. She goes with me when we go grocery shopping. We spend a lot of time together. And the summer and her being away all summer is a long time for me, and I was just very disappointed when I couldn't go see her last week. And so my videos really showed how upset I was, and that I wasn't having a good week at all. So feeling a little bit better today, hoping that she's not going to be locked down on Thursday when it's her day off. I'm really hoping that's not the case. She needs to submit her course selections for college on Thursday. Their internet there is really bad, so she can't do her course selection online herself. So the two of us talked on the phone, and I did her course selections, and I picked the times that she wanted for her classes that she's required to take. But she has an elective, and she needs to pick the elective, and she needs to read through them and decide what elective she wants to take. I can't do that for her. So she really needs the day off so that we can leave camp and go somewhere where there's better internet and do her course selections for her. So hopefully she can leave this week. If not, I guess we're going to have an extended phone call where I sit and read all the course descriptions for her. But I really hope so. And yeah, that's me right now. So I hope that you all are enjoying summer. It's been very warm here. It hasn't rained very much. Our grass is complaining because it hasn't rained very much. It's beautiful summer weather that way, although our grass and our flowers could be happier. So I have been enjoying the summer weather. My husband and I have gone on a hike. We went to the beach. We've spent some time with friends. All those kind of things have all been wonderful and great, and really enjoying it. I hope that you are all enjoying summer if it's summery where you are, and I hope that you're enjoying your stitching and whatever it is that you've been working on lately. And if you like to write about it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. And I'm going to sign out. So take care, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye.